Hello everyone, this is Across the Board with Jeff Grant here at SBRforum.com. You're definitely going to want to check out 3 college basketball videos for Thursday night. Wisconsin Badgers versus Minnesota Golden Gophers, St. John's Red Storm versus the Louisville Cardinals, and this one here with the UCLA Bruins taking on the California Golden Bears in Pac-12 conference play at Haas Pavilion in Northern California. When looking at SBRodds.com, California Golden Bears opened up as 2-point home favorites. That number has moved forward to 2.5, 3 in the betting market, while the total stands at 142.5 across the board. When you look at the UCLA Bruins, they hit the road after winning back-to-back games over the Washington schools, and even though those two teams are down this year, Washington and Washington State, it is still an impressive bounce back considering the fact that the Bruins were coming off a 75-71 overtime loss to crosstown rival USC before hosting those two schools. 2-0 ATS as road underdogs in Pac-12 conference play, and they've also won both front ends of Pac-12 road trips, something that I've monitored through the years since I've been handicapping since 2006. Ben Howland and the UCLA Bruins have often gotten off to great starts on 2-game road trips in Pac-10 conference play, and now that we're in Pac-12 conference play. All about rebounding. I was watching Ben Howland's press conference from earlier this week, and he just mentioned rebounding, and rebounding. Yes, Cal has out-rebounded quite a bit of their foes this year, but they've really leveled off in Pac-12 conference play. They're only a couple spots ahead of the UCLA Bruins, who rank dead last in the Pac-12 conference in rebounding margin during conference play. 17-9 versus Cal under the direction of Howland, including a 6-3 mark when traveling to Berkeley. And the Bruins are 20-8 as road underdogs of 3 points or less in their last 28 opportunities. And I think this team's going to start coming on again. They kind of leveled off after catching the eye of the national rankings and landing back into the top 25 after moving out earlier this year. This team was expected to do great things with the freshman recruiting class, and I think they're going to bring it on right now with the fact that Shabazz Muhammad is the nation's leader in freshman in scoring. And he was suffering from flu-like symptoms last week, but he did manage to put together 2 solid performances on the offensive end, and he leads all freshmen nationally in averaging 18.5 points per game. And he joins Jordan Adams and Kyle Anderson to provide 52.9% of UCLA's points this year and 49% of the rebounds. Expect Kyle Anderson to be the key figure in terms of winning the glass here, at least staying close in the rebounding margin with the Cal Golden Bears in this one. When you look at the hosts, they've won 3 of their last 4 games, coming off their biggest win of the 2012-13 season. That, of course, is 77-69 victory over the Arizona Wildcats as 13.5-point road underdogs. They are 0-5 ATS when playing a game with a total between 140 and 149.5. Now, I like using these total betting trends in terms of ATS because it's really about the pace of a game. And that signals to me that Cal has not fared very well against offensive-minded teams this year, and you can definitely see that when looking over their past performances. Of course, one of those losses against the spread and straight up with a total of 140 to 149.5 is a 79-65 setback to the UCLA Bruins in the first meeting this year as 7-point road underdogs. The Cal Golden Bears did finish that game with a 44-36 rebounding advantage, something important considering the previous things I've touched on in this video. Allen Crabbe and Justin Cobbs are basically the best backcourt in the Pac-12. Probably a close second is the one that they'll be going against with Muhammad in this one. 33 points in the first meeting, which is a very similar number to what they averaged for the entire year of 34.4 points per game. They are the highest scoring combo in the conference, but I'm not expecting, even though they're going to be playing on their home court, a much higher level in terms of points scored between Cobbs and Crabbe in this one. So with all that being said, I'm going to take the points here. I think there's value with the UCLA Bruins, especially with the California Golden Bears seemingly turning their season around here toward the middle portion of the Pac-12 conference schedule. But I like the points here. So my official pick is the UCLA Bruins +3 versus the California Golden Bears on Thursday night. This has been another edition of Across the Board with Jeff Grant here at SBRforum.com. And definitely follow me on Twitter for any further information on an action-packed Thursday night college basketball board. @JeffGrantSports is my Twitter handle.